What's up? Peace, Giant fans. How y'all doing? Uh, just wanted to put out a couple of things. I told y'all that I was gonna get back to you after the Giant game. That was yesterday. As you know, we played the Cowboys and we lost. So you know, the season ain't looking too good, man. But I want to get into some things that I just wanted to address. I wanted to talk about my man from the Big Blue Crew. I love y'all. I watch y'all. Y'all are very informative. I've asked Pat, to be on the channel. So I hope to think we could still work that out. But Lou, I believe he is. I believe his name is. Very passionate brother, very informative. But he was talking about what the Giants should do. I would love to see, as far as addressing him rather, and his comments. I would love to see John Mara gone, but unfortunately, owners don't leave. That's part of the problem. I do think, though, in all honesty, I do think that Joe Schoen and Brian Daboll deserve another shot. I know a lot of people are going to come at me. I know a lot of people are going to say different types of things, and that's fine. I'm cool with it, but that's my opinion. Brian Daboll is a good coach. He's a very good coach, and he's trying to work with what he got, bro. You know what I'm saying? The cupboard is bare as far as quarterback. You know what I'm saying? The cupboard is bare. If you want to get rid of anybody, I would say Joe Schoen, but you also got to think, look at what Joe Schoen has done. I mean, yeah, he lost Saquon. Yeah, he lost Xavier McKinney. But you got to ask yourself, would we really be that much better with Saquon? Andrew Thomas is hurt. The line is still crap. So will we really be that much better? Secondary wise, will we be better with Xavier McKinney? He's more of a zone guy, and we're playing more of zone with Shane Bowen, so he might have been able to flourish. But he got a $64 million contract from the Packers. I don't think the Giants was willing to pay that much. So, the Giants have something there. If they didn't have anything, I would be like, yeah, Brian Daboll and Joe Schoen gotta go. But let's look at what they've done. Joe Schoen at the trading deadline got Brian Burns. Everybody was like, whoa. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody saw that coming at the beginning of the year. Nobody saw that coming. You know what I mean? So, I mean, let's look at that. He got Brian Burns, bro, at the beginning of the season. Nobody foresaw that, And then you have to look at the way the Giants play defense. They have 3 corners, 2 safeties. Okay, that's 5. 2 linebackers, and then they have 5 down linemen. Okay? So basically you have Dex, Kayvon, Brian Burns, and another guy, I guess is like Jordan Riley or somebody. And then they will throw Azeez Ojulari in there. But you don't have that. You know what I'm saying? Because Azeez, as good as a pass rusher as he is, he doesn't set the edge real hard consistently against the run. So they're running a lot of offset combinations because they don't have guys that could set the run. And then they're playing a guy like Nacho Roches, who he's a good rotational player, but he's not a solid DN that can lock down the run. So that's what the Giants need. And I think they could get that this year. I think they really can. Now, the question is, and I'm going to ask people, and I hope y'all get back to me, and I did make this comment before, and I also mentioned it to the guys in Big Blue crew. What if we trade Kayvon Thibodeau? Now, if you look at, guys that haven't lived to their potential, it's Kayvon Thibodeau. Now, you're talking about a guy who's going to command some money. Are the Giants willing to pay him top dollar as an edge rusher? You know what I'm saying? Because I think he's very talented, but I don't think he's worth it. He hasn't shown it. He's had one good year or 11 sacks. You could classify that as an average year or a very above average year, but it wasn't dominant. It wasn't an Aiden Hutchinson type year. And I think Aiden Hutchinson is the better player because he's got a better motor. So what if you trade Kayvon Thibodeau? You get an edge rusher, because there's some edge rushers in this draft. You save money, and you get an extra pick. So you could address your secondary. You could trade up and get one of these top corners, like a Siobhan Revel, or a Will Johnson, or a Trey Amos, or a Darian Porter. You know what I mean? And then you can either A, trade Deonte Banks for more picks, or you keep Deonte Banks and you demote him to CB2. Because I like Deonte Banks. I like his size. I like his intangibles. I like his aggressiveness, but he's not aggressive enough. He doesn't play the ball, and he's better suited to be either a CB2 or trade him. Because I think Drew Phillips is good at the nickel, good in the slot. But you need a CB1. You need a safety to pair with Tyler Nubin. Justin Pinnock is a free agent, so they'll probably re-sign Pinnock and draft the safety, and Dane Belton will probably be on the practice squad. But because Pinnock, this is the thing about the Giants. They have all of these athletes, these dudes that test off the charts, but they don't create turnovers. We have one turnover on the season, bro. So either the mentality has to change, the coaching has to change, or the players have to change. And I think Shane Bowen is a decent and competent defensive coordinator. But it takes time because the Giants have been in this Wink Martindale scheme, and it takes time to adjust to what Shane Bowen wants. Shane Bowen has shown that his philosophy works. He's had some top defenses down there in Tennessee, bro. So this isn't a bum that can't do nothing, But in order to implement his scheme, you need the players, and you need cover guys that can cover so that defensive line pressure can get to the quarterback, because that's what it relies on. So, and then getting to Brian Daboll, I mean, if you get a guy, me personally, knowing the Giants, I don't know him personally, but knowing how the Giants operate, I would love Shedeur Sanders, but in my mind, the Giants aren't going to take Shedeur Sanders. Shedeur comes with a lot of things that the Giants organization doesn't like to deal with. They don't like to deal with the divas and this and that. And Shedeur is a tough dude. He's a tough quarterback. He takes a lot of hits. He doesn't complain, but he has that aura because he's a Sanders. So I think the Giants will be better suited for either Cam Ward or Jalen Milroe, who's ultra explosive, but needs development. So I would say you take Cam Ward. And if you take Cam Ward, then you give Brian Daboll a year or off season to work with him and see what he could do with the young kid. I don't think we need to give up on Daboll yet or Schoen, because Schoen has made some bad decisions, but he's also made some good ones too. And when he found a way to trade for Brian Burns, all you Giant fans were like, oh my God, oh my God. So, I mean, pump your brakes a little bit. Let's give him a chance. Let's see what happens. Let's give him an off season where he's got some money to play with. You know what I mean? See if he could get some free agents in here. See if he could get some leadership in here, because the Giants lack leadership, bro. They lack true leadership. And they need to get some guys in here with some leadership. You know, Malik Neighbors is complaining. Come on, man. Malik Neighbors is a rookie, dude. And as talented as he might be, he's a rookie. He ain't got no right to be complaining. Talking about, I don't care how many drops I have, just throw me the ball. No, it doesn't work that way, dude. This is the NFL, okay? You drop the ball, the quarterback is going another way. Simple and plain. If you're not reliable with the rock, you are going to get passed up, period. This isn't college. This isn't high school where people are going to force feed you no matter what you do. No, you have to produce. When people throw the ball to you, you have to catch it. Malik Neighbors had what, 2 or 3 drops last night? So, I mean, come on, man. You gotta produce, young fella. You gotta hold on to that ball. Other than that, you ain't no better than Darius Slayton, who drops passes. You know what I mean? So I say maybe you can you could trade Evan Neal. I don't know what you'll get. I've run some draft simulations where I believe it was the Dolphins I traded him to, and I got 2 4s. I think that's about right. I traded Deonte Banks. I was able to get a 2, a 3, and a 3 for next year. I think that's about right. And I was able to trade Kayvon Thibodeau. And I was able to get a 3 and 2 4s. Now, you say that might be low, but I was able to get an edge rusher in the draft. I was also able to get a defensive end to play alongside Dexter Lawrence. So, you know what I mean? So, you know, you gotta look at it as what's gonna be our offseason strategy, being that we're gonna have a couple of million to play with, being that Daniel Jones was released, and what's going to be our focus going forward. Okay. Do we want a running quarterback who's explosive in Jalen Milroe but needs work? Or do we want a more polished quarterback who's more of an explosive thrower in Cam Ward? So, you know, we got to see, you know, what the philosophy is going to be and what the approach is going to be. But I think we need to hold on to Schoen and Daboll at least for one more year. Let them get a quarterback. Let them get a real off season to where they're not financially strapped and worried about money, and they can do what they want, you know, and then see what happens. And then if it doesn't work out, fine. Then blow the whole thing up defensively, you know, because offensively you got pieces. You'll have a quarterback. Hopefully you'll have a running back this year. You got a tight end in Theo Johnson. You'll probably draft another one and make Bellinger your 3. You'll probably draft a tackle for Evan Neal, a guard, and a swing tackle, just in case Thomas gets hurt again. Because I think Runyon is good, and I think John Michael Schmitz is good at center, and, you know, take a backup center. So I think offensively you're pretty good. And defensively, you know, Joe Schoen said it. He said we're not far off, and I don't think they are far off. You know what I mean? It's just what they need. It's glaring weaknesses with what they need, you know? So let me know what y'all think. Like, subscribe to the channel, please. Comment, please. Let me know what you think about maybe trading Kayvon and maybe trading Deontay Banks because of his attitude. You know what I mean? And maybe if you see that happening, that'll shock Malik Neighbors and get his act right together. Because Malik will say to himself, whoa, they traded Deontay Banks for not giving no fucking effort, and he's in his second year. I better get my shit right. You know what I mean? So maybe that's what needs to be done, bro. You know what I mean? We're trying to build a team, and we're trying to build this back to greatness, man. Because I'm tired of people laughing at me. I'm tired of people making fun of me. And I'm rocking my Giants. I don't give a damn. But my wife, who's not even a football fan, is looking at it and she's like, yo, these niggas is trash. You know, and she don't even know what football is, you know? So, you know, we gotta get it together, man. And we gotta get it together. We gotta make it happen. And we gotta stay with the team, not lose faith, not lose hope. Stay confident that they're gonna get this right. And, you know, let's just see what happens and let's make it happen. All right. We got the Saints coming up next week. That's gonna be a tough game. We'll see what happens. But I'll be putting out more content and I'll get back to y'all. I hope everybody had a safe and happy Thanksgiving. You know, with their loved ones and got their eat on and all that. So I hope everything went good on that end. And to everybody, I like to say peace. I'm out. Like and subscribe, comment, and I'll be back in a couple days. All right. Later.